Okay, we're going to talk about how to do the neutrals and the blacks in this video. Um, and to get started, I'm only going to be using the warm colors of the primary. So we only use the primary colors to mix everything. I don't allow bottled black inside of my classroom. So we have to mix a black, and you just get much better black that way. But let's also talk about neutrals too, and getting different kinds of neutrals. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got orange plus blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix an orange first. So I'm going to take some of this primary yellow and some of this cad red. And I'm going to mix a pretty orange here. Okay. And so the opposite of orange is blue. And so we know if we mix equal parts of complements, they cancel each other out. I'm just going to put this in. And if you find it's getting too green, don't freak out, because what is the opposite of green? What's red? So you just add a little bit of red. So in all of these, you're kind of just going around and adjusting as necessary. I'm going to have a smidge more red. Okay. And that's starting to look like a pretty decent neutral. All right, and that is pretty good. So I'm going to scrape off the excess off my brush, grab this, and then I'm going to grab white and mix it in with that white there. And remember, acrylic dries darker, so go pretty light with this because you want a gray tone. You don't want it to be super dark. Good and mixed in there, no streakiness. Okay. All right. I said no streakiness, and I still got some streaks. So you'd fill in this whole square with this nice neutral gray that you have. So I'm going to pause for a second. We'll come back and do yellow violet. Okay, so let's do the yellow and the violet. So we've still got our warm red, our warm blue. We're going to mix those about 50-50 to make a purple. So we know, according to our color wheel, purple and yellow are opposites. Get rid of some of this. I'm just going to take what's on my brush with a little bit of yellow. I'm going to mix that over here. A little more of this. Okay, so that's feeling a little green to me, so I'm going to add a little more red. Any number of things can happen while you're mixing. That might have been too much red. Ooh, just barely add that in. Could have had just too much blue in that original purple mixture. Okay, it's feeling like a pretty good neutral. So I'm going to take what's on my brush here, again, add some white to it. Let me come over here with it, kind of off to the side. Mix that together. And should have another really nice gray tone. Like so. All right, we're going to pause again while I clean, and then we come back for red green, and then we'll do the black. All right, and I'm back, and to save time, I went ahead and mixed the green, and now I'm just going to be adding the red into it for the red green square over here. So again, I'm only using warm values. That's what's on my plate. I'm adding a little bit of this red in here. I already feel like it's too much. We'll see. Maybe not. Yeah, that feels pretty good. So I'm gonna grab some white, mix in just with what's on my brush. I may even scrape off a little bit. And that came out really nice. So I'm just gonna paint that in here. Whoop. Ah. So you can see that even using the same three colors, doing the mixture of the complements across from each other gets you a wildly different neutral. So I want to go, I want to add some ultramarine blue to my palette, and then I'm going to come back in a second to do the black. Okay, so coming in with the black, we've already written down the what we're going to be mixing, and it's going to be 80% ultramarine, 10% cadmium red deep, and 10% primary yellow. So we already have the two warms, red and yellows, on the plate, so we just added some uh, ultramarine blue. And so now we're going to start off with this. We'll get a good smidgen of that. Probably not that much. That was quite a lot. Okay. And we go a little bit yellow and a little bit red. We're just going to mix that together and adjust as necessary. Okay, I think we did it. Let's see, since I actually painted on the paper. Okay, and remember, this is all going to dry a lot darker. So when you add a couple coats of this, it should look almost pitch black. And what this chromatic black does is it's a lot richer, and it's going to blend with the colors of your paintings a lot more nicely. I can't talk. And it's not going to stand out as super stark.